What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit how in my first 10 months or so, Ironman has changed my life. I haven't become an Ironman yet. I'm miles away from doing it, but I'm going to talk about how just the idea of doing an Ironman and me just, getting ready to do an Ironman is changing my life and how it can change your life too. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, hit the subscribe button, make sure you don't miss any more content. Enjoy the video, guys. What's up, guys? Welcome along to today's video. Like I said, it's going to be about how Ironman's changed my life already. You joined me about an hour into a 2-hour ride, my long ride for the week. 2-hour ride that's going to see me hit about 7.5 hours of training for the week. Yeah, I'd love to tell you where I am, but I haven't got the foggiest idea. Not a clue. Started out somewhere in the Cotswold Water Park and just when I got lost, and literally I'm lost basically. I know where I got to go back, but I don't have a clue where I am. So I just turned around. I have to anticipate the second half of the ride will take you a little bit longer than the first. So yeah, I just turned around and I'm on my way back. Right, this is going to be a little bit tough, the second half of the ride. It's nice and flat though. But yeah, let's just get on with it. Just at the end of my ride now. My watch says 1 hour, 59 minutes and 54 seconds, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 2 hours, baby. It's my first 2-hour ride ever. What's up, guys? I'm now back home after my ride. I did 2 hours and a few seconds and did 19.2 miles, so my furthest ride and my longest ride again. Keeping pushing that bar out. Next week I will do that again. I'll go for 2 hours and 15 minutes, so that will again hopefully be my longest and my furthest ride. So yeah, chuffed with that. It was a really good ride. It got a little bit tough towards the end, but it's bound to. I haven't rode that far before, so yeah, I'm really happy with that. On to the subject of this video, which is about how I would advise getting out of a slump and getting yourself motivated, and a little bit about how Ironman has drove me to be better and to just to chase my goals, my dreams and things. So yeah, a year ago I was in the definition of a slump, in terms of I was eating rubbish, I was not thinking about where I wanted to be and what I wanted to chase in terms of goals and dreams. I had no goals at all. I was just waking up each morning, eating rubbish food, going to work, eating rubbish food, going home, eating more rubbish food on the way home, or when I get home. That was literally how I was, and for a period of like 6 months I was in that rhythm of really eating really rubbish and just doing nothing and not chasing any goals at all. So I know how it feels like, and then I decided that I needed to change, and what it was for me that made me change was just weighing myself and seeing where I was weighing and thinking, wow, I've put on about 12 stone over the last sort of 3 years, so that was obviously enough motivation for me. And then I decided that I would do Ironman to change my life, basically. And I knew that it was something I really wanted to do, and I just knew that it would drive me to change because it was something I really wanted to do, and I knew I'd have to change. It's something you've got to dedicate your life to, because the training, I'm up at like 8 hours a week now training, and it can go at anything. I'll probably be pushing like 12 to 15 hours per week when I'm in the the really deep stages of Ironman training sort of next year. I'm only training for half Ironman this year, but yeah, so I knew it was a goal that really drove me. I think that's what you need. You need something that's going to grab you, make you get up every morning, get out of bed and go and chase it, and that's what it is to me. I know how far I've got to go. I know that I'm nowhere near ready for an Ironman. I know that I just keep driving towards that, keep getting up every day, keep pushing, keep just get one day closer all the time. And so yeah, that's just my goal, and that's enough for me to drive me forward. And now I wake up every day and I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the day. I feel like I'm better in every aspect of life because of what Ironman's doing for me. I'm more dedicated to sleep and getting an early night and then waking up and getting on with it. I'm more dedicated to my food and looking after myself in all disciplines of that. Where there's a little niggle in my body somewhere that needs sorting out. I know that it needs sorting and I want to look after my body. I'm more in tune with my body now. and I know what I need and when. I'm better at work. I'm a much better chef than I was a year ago because, well, I can get around the kitchen more and do more without feeling so tired, so I'm more motivated to do it. I'm not really struggling on my feet all day, and definitely, I definitely feel like a better, more confident chef now than a year ago. It just makes me better in every aspect of life. I feel like I appreciate family time more. I appreciate everything really. Just literally every day and every minute you've got to make it count. And I really appreciate that now because I'm so busy all the time that, whenever I do get that opportunity to see my family or, whatever it might be, I appreciate it more, and know that you've got to use those moments and make sure they count really. Literally, if you are in that slump now where you just feel like you're just ticking the days by, and we all get it at times in our lives, you're just ticking those days by and every day is the same. You just get up, you eat the same food, you go to work and do the same thing. You need something that's going to drive you, something that's going to get you up every day, get you on it. And that was Ironman for me. That could be absolutely anything. It might just be losing weight. It depends what's going to drive you and what's really going to get inside your head and make you think, and just find that, whatever that is. It could be something that's going to take you a year. It could be something that's going to take you more like 3 years, like it will be for me. By the time I get to an Ironman, it'll be nearly 3 years. But just find something that's going to drive you for a year, 2 years, whatever it is, and just keep that in the back of your head. Don't let go of that dream, that goal. Chase the little goals on the build up to that. Like for me, like last year, I didn't need to go and do a super sprint triathlon. It wasn't I didn't need to prove it to anybody. It was not really it wasn't great training at all. That's not why I did it. I just did it because I wanted that small goal, get my head in the door. And in terms of getting my head in the door of triathlon and just really, to start pushing towards that Ironman. That was the first step of 3 more steps this year, which are more important steps. But, at 23, 24 stone, I did not need to go and do a triathlon last year. It didn't prove anything. My coach wasn't like, let's go and do this. It was just a case of the first step, get that first step done. I felt like to be honest, in terms of my training in the build up to that, it wasn't that great a training compared to now, how I'm training now, but I felt like I needed something just to really show what 2019 was about for me, and that I'd started to work hard and I'd got out of that slump and I was pushing, and I think people admired me for that a bit, even though I was dead last and by a distance, but that's irrelevant. It just was a case of just getting on it and getting that first goal done. That was the first goal for last year. I didn't want a full year or so of training before doing my first one. So that was last year. Then I've had about 4 or 5 months now building up to the next one in about 12 weeks time, which will be the sprint distance in May. Just tick those little goals away. I've got 10 stone to lose at least, and I'm literally just ticking a stone away at a time, 1 stone, 1 stone, 1 stone, just focusing on that. Just keep ticking away these little goals. And in terms of like today, I've done a 2-hour ride. I couldn't do that a while ago, so let's just focus on getting those 2-hour ride done. It's done now. I'm on 19 miles. Let's focus on the next ride, pushing 20, 21 miles. And then we're so close to being halfway to the distance I'll need to do in August for the half Ironman. That'll be 28 miles will be the halfway, so soon enough we're going to be at that. Once you get to that, and just keep pushing on, get 2/3 of the way, get to 3/4 of the way, and then get to 50 miles, which would be nearly the whole thing. Just keep ticking away at little goals all the time, keeping it in your head, keeping those little goals coming. Whilst you're taking away those little goals, keep that big goal close to your heart, and just keep pushing for it, and make sure you're waking up every day and pushing towards that. I hope that you guys have picked something up from this, a little bit more of maybe a passionate talk. I felt like I didn't write any notes for this. I just spoke from inside me and what was on my mind, and just in terms of like how I've picked this up and it's drove me. So I hope that you guys have learned something. I hope you guys can go and choose what your goal is, what your dream is, or you probably don't even need to choose it. You just know it's a case of, right, now's the time. It's always the time. Go and push for it. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I shall see you in the next one.